You're really going to mention couches, JD? Don't do it. You're going to mention couches in your speech. Here, play this clip.
Now, I would call her up here to come and speak, but then I think I'd have to sleep on the couch tonight, so I'll leave her alone. But
oh my, this is a train wreck of epic proportions. This is JD Vance in Nevada. He gave two speeches, one in Henderson and one in Reno. Not an ideal performance here from JD Vance. He was tripping over his words. He looked like he was in cognitive decline. Here, play this clip.
Do we want to defund the police? Do you want to ban fracking? So do we want a dangerous liberal like Kamala Harris?
I mean, folks, I said this before, like, if he wasn't harming so many people, I may feel bad for this guy, but this was an epic disaster. Then in Reno, it seems, as he's giving this speech in Reno, Nevada, it seems like his microphone just had enough of him. Here, play this clip.
Now, I have seen the consequences.
And again, tripping over his words the entire time, over and over again. Here, play this clip.
So when you fill up your pump, when you fill up your tank at the gas station, maybe you should send a bill to Kamala Harris.
By the way, I still can't get over the fact that he talked about sleeping on the couch and not with his wife. I just got to show you that clip again. With all the couch stuff that's out there, just the one word you don't have to say is couch. But just play the clip.
Now, I would call her up here to come and speak, but then I think I'd have to sleep on the couch tonight, so I'll leave her alone. But
and by the way, can we just compare for a second JD Vance's Reno and Henderson debacles with Vice President Kamala Harris, where she says, all right, I hope these chickens over here, Trump and JD Vance, reconsider. Maybe you do want to debate me. Here, play this clip.
So the momentum in this race is shifting. And there are signs that Donald Trump is feeling it. You may have noticed. So last week, you may have seen, he pulled out of the debate in September he had previously agreed to. So here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about that. So he won't debate, but he and his running mate sure seem to have a lot to say about me. Don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird? Well, Donald, I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage. Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say, say it to my face.
While all of that was going on Fox, they definitely were not beating the weird allegations. I'm crying. I'm so happy. It's so fun. This is who they had on Fox. Here, play the clip.
Like, it just makes no sense. And what if we had black dudes, black brothers for Trump? well, we'd all lose our blackness as soon as we showed up for the meeting. So, I mean, or what if we had white guys for, I don't know, Nazism? You know, like, where do you draw the line?
And there's this graphic right here that I've seen circulating. And then J.D. Vance tries to find his footing in Henderson, and he goes, look, we back the blue. We stand with the police. And then CNN fact checks him, and CNN's like, okay, J.D. Vance, you previously said you hate the police. You are quoted as saying you hate police. Here, play this clip.
And we know the truth, by the way, that our police are heroes and we're always going to have their back. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote to back the blue.
Vance writes, quote, I hate the police. Given the number of negative experiences I've had in the past few years, I can't imagine what a black guy goes through.
Then J.D. Vance ends his speech by clapping for himself. Here, play this clip. Then in Henderson, J.D. Vance has an idea. J.D. Vance goes, all right, look, what if we'd fire Kamala Harris and replaced her with Donald Trump? So you're saying that you want Donald Trump to become a Democrat and be Joe Biden's vice president? Play the clip.
And now she wants a promotion. I say we ought to fire Kamala Harris and replace her with Donald Trump.
This is just going from bad to worse. And then J.D. Vance mentions that he's almost 40. He wants everyone to know that. And that makes him sad, he says. And that's radiating charisma. Here, play this clip.
I'm 40 years old, almost. I'm sad about that, by the way. I turned 40, I think, on Friday. Thank you all.
Then J.D. Vance, at this point, let's be real. It is J.D. Vance against some lettuce at this point. Here, play this clip.
And the Democratic bosses, without Democratic voters casting a single vote, have installed Kamala as their new nominee, or at least they're trying to. We'll see if they maybe give her the boot in a few.
Even Anna Paulina Luna, the far right-wing MAGA extremist congresswoman, she spoke in Reno as one of the opening acts to J.D. Vance, and she was like, oh, right, so who here thinks that J.D. Vance is anti-women? And then the crowd claps. Here, play the clip.
Let me hear you real quick. Do you think JD's anti-woman?
Compare that to Vice President Kamala Harris in her speech where she's like, Trump and JD, these guys are weird. Play this clip.
Success. So the momentum in this race is shifting. And there are signs that Donald Trump is feeling it. You may have noticed. So last week, you may have seen, he pulled out of the debate in September he had previously agreed to. So here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about that. So he won't debate, but he and his running mate sure seem to have a lot to say about me. And by the way, don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird?
By the way, the calling him weird is really getting under Donald Trump's skin. This was his interview with Laura Ingraham from last night where Donald Trump goes, she's the weird one. I'm not weird. She's weird. Here, play the clip.
I hit a nice 7-iron right next to the pin. Biden wouldn't do that. He couldn't hit the ball 15 yards.
I mean, what is this? Just plain weird?
Listen,
American families?
The whole thing is a con job. Just plain weird. You know who's plain weird? She's plain weird. She's a weird person. Look at her past. Look at what she does. And look at what she used to say about herself, and I won't get into it, what she used to say and who she was compared to what she said starting at about 2016.
By the way, just take a look at some of these battleground polls. Vice President Kamala Harris up by 11 in Michigan in the new Morning Consult poll. And as each day, Vice President Kamala Harris's poll numbers rise and rise and rise, There's always a new JD Vance video that is unearthed. Here, play this one.
But you know what I find so disturbing about this is if you think about the modern Democrat Party, not the older guys, the Clintons, the Bernie Sanders, the Joe Bidens, but think about Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, all of these people. It's like a party where the next generation of leaders, none of them have kids, right? And look, like I understand some people don't have kids. There are health reasons. There are other reasons people don't have kids. But the entire Democrat Party is like this childless cabal of people who don't really care about the future. And when you call that out, they get so alienated and they get so angry at you that they just start throwing words like racist around. And I think that's what's really going on.
And speaking of these weird people, Republican Accountability Project, hat tip to them. They're doing some good work. Here's their latest on these weirdos. Here, play this clip.
Donald Trump has been resorting to some wild lies, and some of what he and his running mate are saying, well, it's just plain weird.
Weird.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Oh, it's so weird.
When he's on stage, he like goes over to the flag and he like hugs the flag, but it's a weird thing he does. Weird.
JD Vance's comments about childless cat ladies is just plain weird.
We're effectively run in this country by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made.
Donald Trump, just plain weird.
JD Vance, he has this idea that you should get extra votes if you have kids.
Let's give votes to all children in this country, but let's give control over those votes to the parents of those children.
He's been defined as weird.
Weird.
I love you guys.
Weird.
Weird is the word here.
If you have a windmill anywhere near your house, they say the noise causes cancer.
Her and her husband have been calling you weird.
Look, I love my wife so much. Obviously, she's not a white person.
Weird. That is weird behavior.
I had a Diet Mountain Dew yesterday and one today. I'm sure they're going to call that racist too.
Vote to keep America sane, not strange. No weirdos in the White House.
I love you guys.
Well, devastating day for JD Vance. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million. Thanks for watching.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Midas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.